Welcome back to our podcast, where we honor the stories behind the screen. In 1998, the Players Club exploded onto the scene, blending gritty realism and the raw world of exotic dancers under Ice Cube's unexpected direction. More than a hit, it became a cultural classic. Over 25 years later, the cast's lives have taken dramatic turns, some rising to new heights, others stepping away, and some meeting tragic ends. Today, we revisit their journeys. Lisa Ray McCoy as Diana Diamond Armstrong in the universe of the Players Club. The character Diana Diamond Armstrong is not just the protagonist. She is the heart, the soul, and the moral compass of the entire story. The audience follows her every step, from an innocent young girl to a resilient woman with a captivating smile that could light up the darkest room and an unbreakable will. Diamond left an indelible impression. Lisa Ray McCoy's performance at the time, at the age of 31, was a brilliant and convincing portrayal of a young single mother who, forced by circumstances, enters the dangerous, trap-filled world of a strip club with a single goal: to provide a better life for her son. Her character was a blend of opposites. She was both fragile and vulnerable, yet incredibly strong and determined. She was a rough diamond, trying to polish herself and shine amidst an environment of mud and darkness. After the fateful breakthrough success of the Players Club, Lisa Ray McCoy's career exploded like a brilliant firework. Born on September 23, 1967, quickly became a sex symbol of the 90s and an actress sought after by directors and producers. She continued to make a strong mark in films like The Wood Beauty Shop, and especially with the lead role of Niecy James in the hit sitcom All of Us, produced by Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. However, the biggest, most shocking turning point in her life was not in Hollywood. In 2006, she married Michael Missick, the premier of the Turks and Caicos Islands, a British overseas territory, and rightfully became the First Lady. Her life at this point seemed like a modern-day fairy tale full of luxury and power. But that fairy tale lasted only 2 short years. The marriage ended in a noisy political corruption scandal and a bitter, media-heavy divorce, pushing her back into a harsh reality. But Lisa Ray proved she was not a woman to be easily broken. She returned to acting unabashedly, participated in reality shows like Lisa Ray, the real McCoy, to tell her own story, and step-by-step rebuilt her career from the ashes. She is what is most profound, almost prophetic, is the strange connection between the role and her life. On screen, Diamond was a woman who had to fight relentlessly for respect, safety, and financial independence in a world dominated and exploited by men. In real life, Lisa Ray McCoy went through a strikingly similar journey. She reached the pinnacle of status and fame, living in luxury and power, only to face a sudden downfall and have to stand up. And on her own again, Diamond's fight to reclaim her life from the dark forces in the club was the same as Lisa Ray's real-life fight to reclaim her reputation, career, and independence after her marriage fell apart. Both were fighters. Today, at 58, Lisa Ray McCoy remains a dynamic figure, continuing her acting career, a successful businesswoman with her own line of jeans and hair care products, and an influential media personality. Her journey is a living testament to relentless effort, an unbreakable spirit, and the ability to overcome adversity, a true diamond that cannot be broken. Dick Anthony Williams as Mr. Armstrong. In the Players Club, Dick Anthony Williams played Mr. Armstrong Diamonds, respectable, stern, but deeply loving and concerned father. His character, though not frequently on screen, played a crucial role. He was the embodiment of the moral world of stability and of the traditional family values that Diamond was trying to hold on to and strive for. He was the anchor that kept her grounded in reality, a reminder of the normal, decent life she longed for. His performance at the time, at the age of 64, brought a sense of stability, an authoritative depth, and a quiet warmth to a small but weighty role. In real life, Dick Anthony Williams was a respected veteran actor, a familiar face whose name audiences might not recall, but whose roles were unforgettable. His career spanned both stage and screen for over 4 decades. Born on August 9, 1934, he was a familiar presence to audiences through roles in classic and diverse films like Edward Scissorhands' Dog Day Afternoon the Jerk and numerous films from the blaxploitation era of the 70s. Was also a talented stage actor, a co-founder of the New Federal Theater in New York, and was married to actress Gloria Edwards. Lived a life fully dedicated to his art. A true professional who always brought reliability and quality to every role, big or small. What is most profound in retrospect is the almost perfect parallel between his role and his life. On screen, Mr. Armstrong was a model of stability, morality, and wisdom. In real life, Dick Anthony Williams was also a model of professionalism, persistence, and stability in an industry famous for its volatility and fickleness. He was a diligent artist whose presence always brought a sense of reliability and stability to every project he was a part of. The father figure he portrayed was a reflection of the respectable artist he was. However, that tireless journey of dedication had to come to an end. On February 16, 2012, Dick Anthony Williams passed away at the age of 77 from natural causes. His passing closed the chapter on the life of a true artist, a quiet, artistic laborer who left a significant mark. The legacy he leaves behind includes dozens of memorable roles and forever the image of a father always watching over and protecting his daughter in the Players Club. Judianne Elder as Mrs. Armstrong. Playing Mrs. Armstrong, the warm, gentle mother who was always a spiritual anchor for Diamond, was the talented and respected actress Judianne Elder. At the age of 53, she brought a gentle and quiet strength to the character. She didn't have many grand speeches, but through every look, every gesture, she fully embodied the voice of family love, the safe harbor Diamond could always return to. Judianne Elder's career is a powerful testament to excellence, perseverance, and a pioneering spirit. Born on August 18, 1945, she is not just an actress, she is a part of history. She was one of the founding members of the prestigious Negro Ensemble Company in New York, a theater that completely changed the face of the American stage, creating a platform for black playwrights, directors, and actors. She has had an illustrious career on Broadway, on television with roles in Martin and Family Matters, and in film. Not just an actress, she is also a talented stage director and a breast cancer survivor, becoming a powerful voice and a tireless activist in raising awareness about the disease in the community. What is most profound is the admirable parallel between her role and her life. On screen, Mrs. Armstrong was a source of strength, wisdom, and unconditional love for her family. In real life, Judianne Elder is also a pillar of the artistic community, a pioneer who paved the way for the next generation and a living inspiration to so many. Through her own courageous battle with illness, the character's inner strength on screen reflects the actress's own extraordinary strength in real life. Today, at 80, Judianne Elder continues her artistic work as an actress and director. Her journey is a testament to artistic excellence and tireless dedication to the community, and she will forever remain a respected icon and elder of the entertainment industry. Crystal Wilson as Ronnie, in The Players Club. If Diamond was the light, Ronnie was the darkness. No audience member can ever forget Ronnie, the fiery blonde dancer who created one of the most memorable and terrifying villains. With her deadly seductive looks, but a soul filled with venom and envy. Ronnie was the embodiment of danger, of ruthless competition, and the dark side of the club world. Crystal Wilson's performance at the time, at the age of 27, was truly explosive, bold, and unflinching. She made audiences both mesmerized by her beauty and terrified of her character's cruel schemes. After this breakthrough role, a role that could have easily typecast anyone, Crystal Wilson proved she was more than just a pretty face with a career-defining role. Born on March 28, 1971, she became a quiet pioneer. She was the first woman of color to produce a union-backed independent film in 1971. Atlanta. Long before the city became known as the Hollywood of the South, she broke barriers on her own, working diligently both in front of and behind the camera, participating in countless film and television projects. Not stopping there, she transformed her experiences into strength. She became an inspirational speaker, traveling the country to share her humbled but not crumbled story, encouraging women, especially women of color, to overcome adversity and pursue their dreams. What is most profound and also most admirable is the complete contrast between the fate of the character and the path of the actress on screen. Ronnie was a force of chaos, jealousy, and destruction, willing to do anything to tear others down. In real life, Crystal Wilson became a force for positive change, for building up and lifting others. She used her hateful villain role as a launchpad to become a pioneering producer, a mentor, and an inspirational figure. The on-screen villain became a real-life hero who teaches others how to defeat the Ronnies in their own lives. Today, at 54, Crystal Wilson is still a dynamic force in the entertainment industry, continuing to produce films and inspire. Her journey is a testament to strength, resilience, and the extraordinary ability to turn a thorny role into a positive legacy, and she continues to be a flame of inspiration for many. Adele Givens as Trix. Playing Trix. The cunning, intelligent dancer and Diamond's arch-rival was none other than the legendary comedian Adele Givens. At 38, she brought all of her sharp wit, confident demeanor, and unmistakable style from the comedy stage to the big screen. She created a character who was both so hilarious that audiences burst out laughing whenever she appeared, and yet so formidable with her schemes and razor-sharp words. Trix wasn't purely evil like Ronnie, but she was a fierce competitor. In real life, Adele Givens is a monument, one of the original queens of comedy, alongside Monique Summer and Laura Hayes. Born on January 3, 1960, she is a pioneering voice who reshaped the male-dominated world of comedy, famous for her direct, bold, and unapologetic style. She continues to have a brilliantly successful career as a stand-up comedian, actress, and writer, always staying true to her unique, unadulterated style. What is most profound is the almost one-to-one parallel between her role and her life. On-screen, Trix is a sharp woman unafraid to speak her mind, who always knows how to get what she wants and never lets anyone look down on her. In real life, Adele Givens is that exact woman on stage, in front of the microphone, and in life. The character Trix doesn't seem like a performance, but a cinematic version of her own powerful, confident, and commanding artistic persona. Today at 65, Adele Givens remains a giant in the comedy world, still touring and bringing laughter to millions. Her journey is a testament to the power of a unique voice that never backs down and never apologizes for being true to itself. Oren Williams as Jamal. Playing Jamal Diamond's young son was child star Oren Williams. At only 5 years old, he was the innocent heart, the pure beacon of light in the film. The reason, the motivation for Diamond to fight for a better life. Jamal's existence was a constant reminder of what Diamond was trying to protect. After this memorable debut role, Oren Williams had a fairly successful career as a child actor, appearing in films like Rebound with Martin Lawrence and Kingdom Come with Whoopi Goldberg. But unlike many other child stars, he did not fade into obscurity as he grew up. After graduating from college, with a degree in psychology, he made an intelligent and impressive transition. He moved behind the camera, becoming a writer, producer, and director, creating shows for television channels like Bounce TV. What is most profound is the inspiring connection between his role and his life. Jamal in the film was the child whom everyone, especially his mother, was trying to protect and build a stable future for. In real life, Oren Williams grew up and took his future into his own hands, building it himself, not just as an actor in front of the lens, but as a creator, a storyteller building new stories and platforms for others. The protected child actor of yesterday has become an influential figure, a creator of opportunities in the industry. Today at 33, Oren Williams is a successful writer and producer. his journey is a wonderful testament to how a start at a young age can lead to a long, diverse, and meaningful career in the harsh entertainment industry. The boy Jamal is now writing new stories of his own. Anthony Johnson as Lil Man. As Lil Man, a humorous, troublemaking character in the club, Anthony A.J. Johnson brought familiar and refreshing laughter. At 32, he was an essential face in the urban comedy genre of the 90s, famous for his role as Izal in the classic film Friday and roles in Menace 2, Society and House Party. He was a crucial part of creating the atmosphere and laughter for an entire cinematic era. In real life, Anthony Johnson was a diligent stand-up comedian and actor. Born on February 1st, 1966, he was an integral part of an important cinematic period. Though not always in a leading role, his presence was always welcomed. He continued to perform stand-up comedy in clubs across the country and took on small roles, always maintaining a close connection with his audience. What is most profound is the connection between his roles and his life. Johnson often played humorous, relatable, somewhat everyman characters who were sometimes a bit unlucky. His life, to some extent, also reflected the image of a working artist, a familiar and beloved face. Even if he didn't reach the dazzling heights of fame, he was the laughter of the common man. However, that journey of bringing laughter also had to end in tragedy. On September 6, 2021, Anthony Johnson passed away at the age of 55. The cause was later revealed by his family to be complications from chronic alcohol use. His death shed light on the silent struggles, the mental health issues, and the addictions that many artists face behind the spotlight, behind the laughter they bring to their audiences. Monte Russell as Lance. As Lance Diamond's ex-boyfriend and the father of her son, Jamal Monte Russell, played a character who represented the past, the mistakes, and the ties that Diamond was trying to escape to build a better future. He was a part of the old life she did not want to return to. In real life, Monte Russell is a veteran stage and screen actor with an incredibly respectable and admirable career. He may not be an A-list star in Hollywood, but in the theater world, he is a giant. He spent 15 seasons on the hit medical drama series ER and is a respected artist, especially for his work with the plays of the great playwright August Wilson. He is one of the very few actors in the world to have performed in all 10 plays of Wilson's Pittsburgh cycle, also known as the Century Cycle, a phenomenal achievement that chronicles the African-American experience in each decade of the 20th century. Not only that, he also runs a non-profit organization for youth in South Los Angeles, teaching them about art and life skills. What is most profound is the complete contrast between his role and his life. On screen, Lance is a character bound by a somewhat troubled past, symbol of a less-than-bright path. In real life, Monte Russell has dedicated his entire career to honoring the past through the deep cultural and historical significance of August Wilson's plays while simultaneously building a better future for the younger generation through his tireless charitable work. Today, Monte Russell remains a respected stage actor, director, writer, and philanthropist, continuing his impressive and meaningful career. His journey is a story of artistic integrity, humility, and a quiet but immense dedication to the community. Jimmy Woodard as Myron, in The Players Club. Jimmy Woodard played Myron, one of the supporting characters who contributed to the vibrant and authentic atmosphere of the club. He was a familiar face from the wave of black cinema in the late 80s and early 90s with roles in Mo Money and Robert Townsend's classic satire Hollywood Shuffle. After this role, information about Jimmy Woodard became extremely scarce. It seems he completely withdrew from the entertainment industry. His life is a testament to an often forgotten reality. There are artists who contribute memorable moments to cinema, and then for whatever reason choose a completely private life far from the public eye and the spotlight. What is most profound is the connection between his role and his life. Myron was a background character, a part of the scenery in the glamorous but harsh world of the club. In real life, Jimmy Woodard's career also reflects the image of many actors who contribute to a work, create authentic moments, and then quietly take a different path, leaving their roles preserved forever on screen as a memory. Today, the fate of Jimmy Woodard is an unknown. His journey is a testament to the fact that some people choose to contribute memorable moments to cinema and then quietly retreat to a peaceful life, closing the artistic chapter of their lives. Bernie Mac as Dollar Bill. As Dollar Bill, the club owner, who was simultaneously charming, strangely funny, and chillingly terrifying, Bernie Mac delivered one of the most iconic and groundbreaking performances of his career. At 41, he perfectly embodied the mix of unique humor and underlying danger-making. Dollar Bill, an unforgettable villain. Whenever he was on screen, the atmosphere became tense. Audiences didn't know whether to laugh or be afraid. After this role, Bernie Mac's career soared to a new level, becoming a global phenomenon. Born on October 5, 1957, he became one of the 4 original kings of comedy in the legendary tour alongside Steve Harvey, D.L. Hewley, and Cedric the Entertainer. He became a global star with his self-titled sitcom, The Bernie Mac Show, a critically acclaimed program that earned him numerous prestigious awards. He became one of the most beloved comedians of his generation, always staying true to the authenticity, direct style, and unique flair of a Chicago native. He never changed himself for Hollywood. What is most profound is the iconic parallel between his role and his life. On screen, Dollar Bill was the powerful king of the Players Club. In real life, Bernie Mac truly became one of the kings of comedy. This role was the perfect launchpad, a stage where his charisma, talent, and stage power were fully displayed before the whole world knew his name. Dollar Bill was the perfect introduction to the Bernie Mac, who was about to conquer the world. However, that glorious, laughter-filled journey had to come to a tragic and abrupt end. He was diagnosed with sarcoidosis, an inflammatory disease affecting the lungs. On August 9, 2008, Bernie Mac passed away at the age of 50 from complications of pneumonia. His passing left an irreplaceable void in the world of comedy and in the hearts of millions. His legacy is that of a legend gone too soon, a laugh that was silenced while still at its peak.